All right, seeing as they're in the news a lot recently, let's talk about Kneecap. Now, if you don't know who these idiots are, they are three rappers from Ulster or Northern Ireland, and nobody had heard much about them until they started being controversial and edgy, and that's their problem. They tried being controversial and edgy and jumping on the current thing bandwagon. There are many current thing bandwagons at the moment. One of the top ones, of course, being Free Plasticine. So they've jumped onto that one, and it's gained them a bit of following. And here's the thing, they've gone too far, and, well, karma's paid them a visit and bitten them square on the arse cheek. And they're just silly little boys, that's all they are, silly little boys trying to be edgy and controversial. And that's it. They may have committed a crime even in calling for British people to end their local MPs. But I think their real crime is that they're calling themselves rap artists anyway. They're massive hypocrites as well. You see, they've built their music and image on the back of terrorism, which is nice. Irish Republican terrorism in particular. See the one in the middle with the Irish tricolour balaclava? He's a former school teacher, apparently. Can you imagine this tool teaching your kids? And so they've decided to go with this running theme of supporting terrorists, and they have supported terrorists. They still do. They're only apologising now because they've effed around and they're finding out big time. So during their shows, they've chanted up Hamas, up Hezbollah, up the Ra, Free Plasticine, from the river to the sea, etc., waved terrorist flags, and they've tried to deny it. They're thick as mince. It's all on camera, it's on video. They're banged to rights, and they're being cancelled left, right and centre for it right now. And rightly so, Sodom. You've got venue after venue just telling them to bugger off and take their pro-terrorism nonsense somewhere else. And yeah, they called for British people to end, or they used the K word, their local MPs. You know, after what happened to Joe Cox and Sir David Amess, that's just a stupid thing to say. I know MPs aren't flavour of the month, but do we want them dead? Of course not. We deal with MPs we don't like every couple of years by simply voting them out and sacking them. That's what we do in a democracy. But these tossers, they don't just support terrorists, they're hypocrites as well. They hate Britain, they're quite vocal about it, and yet they wanted British taxpayers' money as a form of a grant to support their art, their so-called art. And when current Tory leader Kemi Badenoch was in government last time, she stopped it. However, they reapplied, they appealed, and of course this current treasonous Labour government under Starmer, they did nothing. So they've had their thousands of pounds of British taxpayers' money, even though they hate us. And you know what? I hope Lucy Connolly's lawyers are watching, because as you know, she's doing just over 3 years in prison for a stupid post on Facebook, which she immediately deleted. And yet these guys, they can call for the murder of local MPs and nothing's happening to them. Well, it's hitting them in the pocket anyway with these venues cancelling them, and rightly so. But yeah, they'll be forgotten about in a few months' time, and that idiot in the balaclava, he'll try to go back to teaching, and hopefully they'll tell him to do one as well. And of course, because their gigs are being cancelled, their interviews are being turned down, they have folded like wet towels. And suddenly they're saying, oh no, it's only a joke, we don't really support these terrorists, despite the fact that, well, they do. I mean, here's that balaclava dude reading a book about Hezbollah, for heaven's sake, a pro-Hezbollah book. And they're looking at getting their visas in the US cancelled as well, and I hope Trump does the right thing and kicks them out. They are probably the dumbest band on the planet right now, and that's saying something. So this is how incredibly thick these three are. They've compared Palestine and Gaza to the Irish struggle. What Irish struggle? Apparently the Irish are being oppressed by who? The last time I checked, well, currently Ireland is a free republic. Is it not? Well, it's not really free. They basically do as they're told by the unelected bureaucrats in the EU, but I don't think they do irony either, do they? What silly little boys they are. They're just stupid young boys who just backed the wrong horse. And there we go. I'm past 49. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, Roger Trout.